Casino, Culture 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 Casino, oh, Culture Casino, Culture Casino, Culture Casino, oh, Culture Casino, Culture Casino, Culture Casino, Culture Casino.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday. I hope you guys are starting your weekend off right. Thank you for being here today with me. You are the best. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for being here nice and early as we grow in audience size. Understand that we had an enormous day yesterday, membership wise, and I want to thank everybody. Whether or not you're a member, whether or not you gifted a membership, whether or not you have your own membership, thank you so very much. We intend to have another movie watch party for gold tier and higher members on next Tuesday. So a week from this Tuesday. And the first one was quite the success. And I think we've worked out the kinks and we've got more great movies coming your way on Tuesday nights with the watch parties for members. So anyway, we've got a members stream coming up next weekend, and we have a high roller stream coming up next weekend as well. We're going to double dip on memberships, so that'll be a lot of fun. And for those of you out there, I want to say thank you for being there because without you, there's not a show. There's just me yelling into a microphone, which could be fun, but I don't know how productive it'd be. They'd probably send me to the loony bin. I'd be all right with that. At least they get some sleep. Anyway, JB Spooky Review, good morning to you. We got Jill Powers in the house. Looks like they missed the first few. Nope, we're all good. I thought we missed the first few chats, but no, we didn't. Weatherman is here, there, and also on the green machine. So good morning to all of y'all. Liberty Hall's cats out there. Juliet is checking in from across the pond. Good afternoon to you. We've got a few other folks out there in the world, including the great Hoove, who's on the road listening and is already gifted one Culture Casino membership, which means Gus, that sounds familiar, is with us. Welcome. Let's see. We also have Liberty Hall's cat gifting a Culture Casino membership right off the bat. Thank you, Liberty Hall's cat. And that went to Bladder Control. You guys are insane with your names and welcome. Hoove is doing his best, Ruby Hoove. Aha. Yeah, I tried to be on time today. Let's see. Who else rolled through? Hoove and I are heading to a family reunion. Well, thank you. Have fun with that. I'm a little bit jealous. My family is all over the place at the moment. Everybody's on some kind of a trip or getting ready for school or a bunch of other stuff. So here I am behind the desk. Low Spec Linux Laptop is in the house. We've got me saying hello to everybody over there on the green machine, which includes, a couple other people that are lurking. Ain't telling us they're there. That's okay. That's right. Be sneaky. Ruby Hoove gifted her own Culture Casino membership, and it went to Jose with the dolphin helmet logo. Fantastic. Let's see. Butter Biscuit is out there. What's up, Butter Biscuit? Good to see you. Good to see you. Tobias is joining us early this morning. Wow. Olaf, hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Mark Fields says hello, everybody. Positive vibes. Mark Fields. We've got Dr. Megatron. What's up? Little Mouse 27. Good to see you. And of course, RC is out there. Hello. Hello. Luke. I can't believe I skipped over Luke. He's probably making another comic book. Holla if you hear me. I hear you, Luke. I hear you. Archie Mitchell is out there. What's up? And a few other folks rolled through the door, like Darth Gutierrez. Sassy. Hi, Cece. Hi, Sassy. How you doing? How you doing? I'm now all of a sudden Joey. How you doing? We got some weird stuff to talk about. Mostly it's about the terrible event that Disney held last night. Can't believe that. But we have some other news as well. Some sad news, actually. We're going to start the show off with. I don't normally do that, but this is a person that was very influential on me for, uh, well, uh, from the very moment that I started my first YouTube channel. So, hey, Pam Epson, good to see you. Tobias has been around for 2 months, so thank you and congratulations. Everybody, congratulate Tobias. Good morning, Culturino. I'm expecting absolutely nothing from D23. Well, so far you've gotten that. Yeah, sequelitis is what you got. Joseph A, what's up, my friend? The incredible Tender Warrior 68 is here. Splendiferous. I love the words. The Splendiferous Saturday. That's right. KRNet 82, who I've been seeing a little bit more frequently. It's good to see you. And who else is out there? Oh, Gamer Plush. KK wasn't at the expo. Yeah, I noticed that too. I wonder why. I wonder why. Oh, at least she wasn't present at the most like relevant thing to her, which would have been last night's event. Strange. Channel Surf, what's up? She probably didn't want to get booed like Chapek, to be fair. Man, Iger is just the little propagandist. Yeah, I don't know if we'll talk about that today, but maybe sometime this week, or maybe in a video today. We'll see. Christian Delorme's Vinyl Revival. What's up, Christian Delorme? Nice to see you. Do weekends? Yeah, I'm always on the weekend. Great content, great hair, great guy, and great taste in cars. No, you have better taste in cars, but it's good to see you. And thank you for the 5 Culture Casino cash from Canada. We got Haywood, Jabloming. Good morning. Good morning. You do that on purpose. That name really makes me like have to edit hard my words. Cynthia Carter. Wahoo! Saw the stream and hopped on. Hail and good morning to you. Hail to you, Cynthia. Thanks for joining us today. 11 Alpha's in the house. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I am being throttled. Double check all your notifications are. Double check that you actually have a subscription to the channel because YouTube let go of like 28 people or something just yesterday alone. So should be going up, not backwards. Who else is there? Decepticons here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Donovan Bradford, also across the pond. How you doing, my friend? I could be much better. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear I'm awesome. I'm extraordinary. I'm incredible. But I hope you're well. I'm always worried when I don't see people for a while. Davina, how you doing? Got Tom F out there. Razzie Fingers, what's up over on the Green Machine? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. D23 is literally nothing but sequels or live action. Yeah, well, yeah. It's pretty wild. I mean, let's just be fair. It is pretty wild. We got some super chat, or at least one more to get to, and then we can get into the first story. But I gotta say hi to everybody. Okay, I can't say this name. Chai Chai Boy Pum Pie. There. How would they explain the evil queen's accent? Oh yes, I forgot. Snow Brown is Hispanic now. That's true. Mohammed Saeed, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. We got thank you, RC. I appreciate that. We got some more folks rolling through the doors. Yeah, Sassy, I know these names. I know. I've got like these amazing names in the chat now. It's spectacular. Let's see. Mark Fields for 5 Culture Casino bucks, cash, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I'm going to stash it under my pillow. It's going to help me buy more coffee. Hello, my favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you. I'm fantastic, actually. I'm doing really well. Another film. Oh, recommendation. Okay, anime film Pot Pat Labor 1. Okay. Guys are giving me so much to watch. It's like a homework. Here's your homework. That's not what I'm going to squeeze it in. Okay. Pat Lab. Okay. Wish you the best. I wish you the same, friend. Be safe. I am very, very. That's like the best thing you can do for somebody, honestly, is to wish them not just health but safety and happiness. All three of those are kind of the combo platter of good wishes. Penny, Penny, Penny. Hey, dear, how you doing? Good to see you here. John Gibson rolled in. 11 ounce. I did not get notification, nor was it in my recommendations. I went to the subscription stand. Oh, wow, 11. Oh, seriously? They hate me. Oh, you know what, folks? I don't know if you know this, but I've been dropping 3 videos every single day this whole week. In fact, stretching back even into last week, I was dropping multiple videos a day. Today, I'm going to record 3 videos when I'm done doing this, and I'm going to release them about 2 hours apart. So if you're ever wondering if I'm making content, the answer is yes. So yeah, YouTube had throttled me very significantly, and yeah, it kind of hurt because like some of those videos got very few views, despite the fact that I know, you know, they're interesting points for people. Today's video is going to be interesting, at least the first one. I already have it planned out to record, so there's that. They weren't gifted subs. Gifted. Oh, I had a bunch of gifted subs. Like I said, 200, I think, well over 200. I want to say 226, but I'm probably counting light for yesterday's membership. So check and see if you're a member. You should know because your name's green. And believe it or not, most of the names here are green. It's incredible. And thanks to all of you for all your generosity. Generosity. I rarely miss a culture stream. Thank you. I have Nodik. And yet, I always have to search for his channel because YT doesn't recommend him. Weird, weird. Yeah, just go to the notification bell, turn it on, make sure you turn on all notifications, and then if you manage to, I know 3 videos a day is a lot. I mean, I'm not the quartering, and I'm not Ryan. I don't know how they make 3 to 5 videos a day, but they do. But if you watch at least one of those videos a day, if you're interested, of course, I'm not begging you for watches, but if you watch one of those, then they're more likely to recommend my content to you. I guess that's how it works. The problem is like all of us are probably subscribed to like 7,000 YouTube channels. So the algorithm is just very weird because it kind of has to Yahtzee what you might be interested in based on the kind of content you've watched before, not just the content creator. So there's that. It's weird, and they changed the algorithm just enough last month that I don't know what happened. Yeah, Disney stock is at 86. Yeah, it kind of went up a little bit, but which I was surprised because it was playing with that 84 number, um, and then going into this weekend, it got some people are not analyzing the recent earnings call closely enough to realize that there's little value there and there's nothing coming in the future. Seriously. Hola for two euros. My goodness, is now every Saturday. 6 a.m. dailies are during work. Sorry about that. But yes, every Saturday and Sunday. We still have the Sunday night show. That one's going to be fun this week. We have nothing to talk about, so of course it'll be a great show. Jack Burton is here. Is Deadpool at 1 billion yet? That's a great question. I actually hadn't planned to even look at that because there was so much stuff coming out of the Disney thing yesterday. But my guess is, yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't be. I mean, when you look at the fact that it is sitting at $455 million in the US and $484 million internationally, which is lower than you would expect. I do not understand what happened to the methodology for that. I wonder if there was some European crackdown on what you could claim for these numbers, or they're being verified. But it's at 940 million. If this thing stalls out and I prove to be right at under $1 billion, I don't know that that's a win that I want, because I want Disney to take the right lesson away from these films. And if this thing doesn't make over 1 billion, that's their line, right? For something like this that was this expensive to make, especially with Marvel, that'll be crazy. Razzy fingers, yes. Real shame about Google getting labeled a monopoly. Yeah, that's not good. All right, I'll get back to the thing. Then we got to jump into this first story, despite its being sad in nature. Oh, and by the way, back to this question though, Jack. I actually expect Deadpool and Wolverine to cross the $1 billion mark this weekend. At the end of this weekend's box office, I think they will be. Hey, Jeremy Magnum, good to see you. Hey, my buddy Rod Thunderheart, Jan Monroe. Do you believe in sleep? Just asking, but it doesn't seem like you actually get any. Well, last night I was on the panel over on WW Pro Show. That one went immediately private when we finished. Extraordinary, extraordinary fun. If you got a chance to see it, great. There'll be another one tonight. It's going to be wild, and I'll be up again late. So there's that. Mr. Buttcrack Media, hello and good morning. Good to see you, my friend, and many happy jobs for you, keeping the things flowing. Still one of my favorite commercials. I'm gonna steal that now. I bet you I can steal it over it. I have access to the secret sauce. So holy cow, it's Boosh McFadden. What's up, Boosh? Good to see you, buddy. Harry Plopper, you guys. I've not been getting all videos culture. Well, they're out there. Um, but yeah, just check the channel. And like I said, if you like them, you can take the additional step. Again, this is with all the creators you love. I'm not just going to do this for me. I need to do this for all my friends. The thumbs up button is great, but engagement's equally as important. So if you just leave a comment, even if it's to say hi, or you know, comb your beard, whatever, right? Any of those. In fact, do that with a female creator. Sorry, just a little bad humor, but no, honestly, it does help. So true story, and I do try to get to the comments. The problem is now I'm editing three. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm editing 3 videos a day for myself, at least 2 or 3 for the game channel. And then I'm show planning for multiple shows, and I'm doing production work on the back end for Mr. H. And I'm trying to help people too. So it's pretty wild. Juliet, 236 gifts yesterday. That was a glorious day. Michael Gonzalez is here. What's up, man? Tirana the Warrior, Snow Brown. Yeah, it's very crazy. In fact, that's why I used like that as the thumbnail today. I didn't even use the normal like Saturday news update, you know, thumbnail that I would normally do. Because I mean, look at this. Look at that. I'm gonna I am so very sorry. I just spent the last 10 minutes answering all those questions. Oh, wow. I don't know what happened. We lost you on video and audio 5 minutes ago. Man, okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I do not know what that was. I wasn't muted. I'm very sorry about that, guys. That was crazy stuff. I'm very sorry about that. I was just talking away, highlighting it to you, everything. Oh, okay. Let's not do that again. Did you just fend off assassins? In fact, maybe. I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, I very much apologize for that moment in time. Let's not do that again. I don't know what that was. Mm, so I answered this one. Thank you, Olaf. And I answered this one. We lost you on audio and video. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I apologize. I do not know what's going on there. That was very strange. So let's try that again. We need to get on to the first story. So let's do so. We've got some very sad news, like I said before. And again, thank you guys for sticking around through me being through the giant mute fest that was going on. Uh, I definitely could use an assistant director. Yeah, that would be helpful. What I need is a technical person that can make sure that things like that don't happen, and when they do, we can resolve it faster. Uh, I answered Tobias silently. Okay, Tobias asked the question about what I use. I use a combination of OBS to do the camera and to change the backgrounds and everything else. And I could actually technically run from OBS if I wanted to, just like Streamlabs. But I use OBS to virtual camera to this is EVMux. But StreamYard and EVMux both have this comment thing where I can actually tab on comments as I go. I also have the capability with EVMux to put the chat on the screen, but you can do that in OBS and Streamlabs if you want to as well. So there's all of that. So I do apologize that you guys didn't hear that entire answer or everybody else I was talking to. Yeah. Yeah. Quarter Black Carrot is a good person for technical. So he is indeed. He's a good man. Like him a lot. He's a pal. But I do appreciate that. And I know you guys lost me for about 5 minutes of audio. So I promise you, people were asking why I did or didn't do side gigs. Was talking about it. I do 3 videos a day for me. I do 3 for the gaming channel. I do production work for Mr. H. Um, I do a lot of those things, and no, I haven't been compensated yet because I think somebody asked that. So, but let's get going because I want to talk about this. This is the story that I was taken aback by today, and whether or not you enjoyed this person or not, or agreed with or not. This is a very sad headline. Susan Wojcicki is dead. She passed away. Uh, she um, she passed away at the age of 56. She had non-small cell lung cancer. That's probably the primary reason she stepped away from her Google gig to begin with. She leaves behind her husband and 2 children, I believe. Let's see if I got that correct. Um, but they announced it. And yeah, oh, 5 children. Yeah, 5 children. She had many kids. It was very sad. And again, I mean, YouTube creators are going to look at this differently depending upon who they are and their personality and their moral set. But I'm just going to say this was the woman that was in charge of everything when I started my channel a little over 4 years ago. Has it really been that long? Wow. And sad. So very, very young, very strange um, to be gone this young. But yeah. And a lot, like I said, a lot of YouTubers are going to have a unpleasant reaction to this, and that's just not the way you handle that. So you know, it's just it's just sad. Like I said, I mean, a lot of people blame her for a lot of things, including the apocalypse and all the other stuff. Well, um, yeah, it's very sad. Sorry about all of that. And I was talking to you the whole time. I don't know what happened there. That's very strange. Um, but of course, I have no control, and sometimes things happen while you're streaming, so it's okay. Yeah, so just kind of a sad news. Yeah, she passed away. Everybody's yeah. Didn't her son just pass recently? I don't know. I think I remember something like that. Um, so she would have had 6 children. My goodness. Wow. Hey RC, you leaving? That's a bummer. Well, it's good to see you. Judicon is here. Hello. Sorry about whatever happened with the mute. That was weird. How does Rachel Ziegler keep getting work? Don't know. We're about to talk about that, as a matter of fact. So good timing. Um, let's see what else is out there. You guys were asking me questions too. Did I explain the thing before I was muted randomly? Did I explain how the algorithm was working and stuff? I just don't know. And what was happening and what you can do to help. Help is very much appreciated in the form of the like, of course. That's a form of engagement, but comments help on videos as much, if not more, especially if there's a conversation around. So don't be shy about leaving comments on videos. So. All right, we're going to move on to something a little more pleasant or equally unpleasant. Well, not equally unpleasant. Just if yeah, let's just move on. We're going to jump over to the next story, which is the one I kind of thought everybody would be thinking about. Snow White live action trailer actually dropped. Well, it's a teaser. It's not actually a trailer. It gives you absolutely nothing other than moments that they fully rendered in advance, thinking they could be part of a trailer. It feels just as hollow as every other teaser trailer coming out of Disney, with the exception of obviously the Deadpool one. But yeah, she faces off against Gal Gadot's evil queen and meets the seven dwarfs. Oh, wait a minute. I thought there weren't going to be dwarves. I thought there were going to be magical beings. And this is just as much live action as every other 3D rendered thing, like Mufasa, which is coming up, and the remake of The Lion King in live action 3D, whatever. So here we are. Um, look at the quality of this image versus the quality of this image, trying to make you think that there is some kind of aesthetic difference that makes Gal Gadot look differently. During the course of this showing up at the D23 event last night, um, people were gawking at the fact that she sings during it. Also, there are new songs being placed in this, and it's being extended beyond its original length. So, this is being directed by Mark Webb, who did Amazing Spider-Man, a reimagining of the original 1937 animated film. Um, let's keep going. In the remake, you have all these people doing what they do. So during the 2022 D23 Expo event, they spoke to Variety about the differences in the adaptations things. We asked about the modern edge of Snow White remake, and Zegler and Godot both mentioned that Ziegler's Snow White will not be saved by the prince. She's going to save herself, the little waif of a thing. I don't know about that. Snow White's not going to about dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader. The leader she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just really an incredible story for young people everywhere to see themselves in. It's not it's not what the film's about. That's maybe what this film is about, but it's not about the film that basically launched this company. The original 1937 film won a extraordinary number of special awards. They had to create awards for it because they didn't have a category for it. It is beloved to this day. It was an incredible use of the multiplanar camera, which Disney not only helped develop. I'm going to say it that way because there's arguments about who actually employed this first, but their version of the multiplane camera was what allowed Disney animation to feel real, realistic, frame to frame, as the plates shifted in the depth from the distance of the camera and towards each other. This is why the unique look of Disney animation is what it is, one image at a time. Cell animation. So there will be original songs from songwriter duo Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, just for the reboot. Reboot? Let's hope not. So here is the imagery from that. If you want to watch this trailer, this teaser trailer, feel free. It still feels undercooked. The animation still looks hokey. Um, you know, let's see if I can find some bad images. Uh, here you go. Let's see if I can tab through this. And Rachel does sing a few songs in this. So it is her singing because she does have a good singing voice. Terrible person. So there's that. And it just goes on and on. I mean, honestly, the events of yesterday were, I don't know. I want to be kind. I'll say it this way. The events of yesterday's event were underwhelming, to say the least. Let's see what you guys think. Kara says songs there felt cringe. I agree with you. I truly do. Um, Weatherman, uh, reboot? Why? Yeah, they were special Oscars. That's right, Racer X. Yeah. What I thought was great about that was that they made a Snow White and then a bunch of little ones for the dwarves. Oh, Davinia, I agree. Don't give her don't give her a pass. I don't. All those gifted memberships yesterday, you would think they could have thrown one my way. Ah, you'll get one, Frank. You just have to turn them on. If you look at the bottom of the chat, and if we get any today, um, if we get any today, if you look down there where it says like gifts or there's a dollar sign or whatever, you can actually choose to accept gifted memberships or something like that. I don't know because I can't. This is a branded account because I'm a creator. So there you go. If I sign up for a subscription, I'm a paid subscriber. Queen Glamazona says, I love Snow White. It's one of my favorite movies. It's a great film. I still watch that one. And I'm like 1,000 years old. So what does that tell you? Chan, is Disney incapable of reading any other books or of fairy tales except British and German and other countries? I don't know. And Davina is correct. I love you guys talking to each other. It's great. Everybody's a celebrity. I'm just me. If you meet me, I'm still me. Ask anybody who's met me. I'm just me. Um, yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, I understand personas, and I may have a little bit of one here with obviously the promoting of my my brands and stuff like that, like the Rooster and stuff over at Beach Punk. But um, when you meet me, I'm just me. You meet the boss, it's just the boss. And sometimes she's at these events if you're interested. I'm gonna be at the San Antonio event in October, and while the boss may not be there, in fact, I think she is going to be traveling to do something for a friend. So it'll be one of the times she's not with me. Um, so I'll be probably even more reserved, to be fair. Victor is correct. Whether or not this movie hits will depend on if it taps into the same Barbie Inside Out 2 demographic. I don't know how, but maybe. I tell you what, she's created a little bit of a resistance factor just with her obnoxiousness. Holy cow! I just got gifted memberships. That's crazy. Hey, Sus Devia, thank you, my friend. You didn't have to do that. 5 Culture Casino memberships. That's right. Join the Culturians, indeed. Oh, look at all of the names. My goodness, thank you, Jesus. That was very generous. Not what I was looking for at all. But as you can see, if you have your gifty recipient thing turned on at the bottom, it should work. It should. Hey, I'm going to tell you something right now, Kwai Chang Kane. Um, I will be going to see the film because I'm going to review the film, and that way everybody else out there understands what the film is. I would never want people to deprive themselves of something that might be really good entertainment. And if you trust my opinion, I'll give it to you straight. Snorta Poopus Cuber, what's up, my favorite polar bear? Hope you're doing well. There are tons of great fairy tales. Exactly. Seriously. I can give you an example that became one of the biggest successes of Disney, The Lion King. There are many, many more. Jill, I understand no interest in the reboots. I just think they lack creativity in the most incredible way. Repurposers is what they are. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the sequelitis here when we get towards the end of the stream. Um, but I do know that there was a surprise that was supposed to happen, or they wanted to have happen in Deadpool and Wolverine. I think we should. Once again, I want to say thank you to Jesus Davia. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Still love that mask. Oh yeah, you're right. Disney has made Asian stories as well. Yeah, Mulan they made good the first time, and they made very poorly the second time because it was live action. It deviated from the story because you needed to tell a different thing to prop up an idea that you know there aren't differences between you know boy and girl. What the what? You could be Gary. How so? Having met Gary, that's a compliment. Actually, he's a good friend of mine. I appreciate him very much. He's a genuine good dude. Snort, my favorite polar bar. He's 17 months of membership. My goodness. Here's your bear story. Thank you. Actually, you helped me out because I didn't grab a bear story today. I was a little pressed for time. Konnichiwa, my friend. You have a great channel. Well, thank you, Japanese Spider-Man. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Magical Mousers. Rachel Ziegler is forever cringe. Miss McDirty. Oh, yeah. Oh, indeed. Ooh. Apollome's Minions here, too. Hello, dear. Thank you for all you do. Holy cow, it's Cocho. What's up, Cocho? I can't tell how much it was disappointing to see how Mufasa looked like, but also canon breaking because Mufasa was adopted by wasn't adopted. He had parents in the Lion King New Adventures book and has Disney logo on it. Ah, I know they're screwing up the canon. They don't care. Um, Again, thank you. Humphrey Bear, what's up, Fifis? Yeah. Japanese Spider-Man, correct. She's very, very bad actress. Great singer. She should have been a singer. She'd been better off. Yeah, KR92. Yep, you pretty much what you get is what you get. Yeah, I don't have time for that. So I always knew that if I did this halfway decent and I had some kind of an audience and I went to these events that there's no point. I'm an old guy with a beard at this point. Although the beard may be coming off, folks. That'll be a sad day. Of course, it'll grow right back. I mean, if you guys know me at all. Hey, what's going on, Rogue Thinker? All right, we got to keep moving because I have a tendency just to chat with y'all because you're amazing. Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky. The subject of, yes. Yeah, she weaponized that and she is not a good person, in my opinion. Other people may like her. Billy Lowe, wish Disney would knock it off with these remakes. Look at you guys. You're all saying the same thing. That tells me that they're really getting it wrong at Disney. Yeah. Little Mermaid, Princess and the Pea, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and the Beast. Yeah, there's so many of those things. Beauty and the Beast, they absolutely have thrown into the blender too many times. Nearsighted Cyclops, hello, and the lovely Elizabeth Young. The only live action Disney I remotely liked was Cinderella, and that was because Kenneth Branagh was involved. Yeah, I think he's probably one of those people. Not only that, I mean, if you go shot for shot, you're going to have a winner. Why don't they know that? I don't understand. Hey, Kaiser Sose is here. What's up, Kaiser Soze? The Lion King was a ripoff of Kimba the White Lion. See? Little Mouse is humming a lot. You all right, Little Mouse? What do we got? Mm. When you go to college, in child dev, you learn all about those differences in learning styles and everything like that. And then we ignore that when they turn 12 for politics. Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to catch up because I just saw we had another generous human. Oh, you are the best audience. Yeah, Carrie, you're correct. Development was what the first one was about. Outsmart, outwit, obviously. Outmaneuver, out strategize. All of those things are possible. Um, yeah. Oh, multiverses are killing us, Avarice, Carmageddon. Yeah. Tired of Disney and their stop drocking is more entertaining. I look, and you have people rooting for that every day. That's why I track it. Sergeant Giratina's Rising Renegades. Hail, my friend. I'm trying to get to this because it's the amazing Tender Warrior 68 for 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that, Tender Warrior. I can't believe how fired up everybody is. We are engaged in Disney in a way that's not adversarial in any way. Well, maybe a little bit for some people, but it's like we are it's Schadenfreude. We are taking joy in their collapse because they've disappointed people so much. They were on such a high pedestal that the people who got them to where they were in the stratosphere as the number one entertainment company um, are now revolting against everything that they do. It is the weirdest kind of descent, spiral downward, whatever you want to call it, that I think I've observed. Um, I mean, there was a little bit of that in the people that were walking away from comics, but it's berserkus circus. Once again, thank you to the very generous and wonderful Tender Warrior 68 who just supports so many different channels. Thank you, Tender Warrior. I appreciate it. Man, today is like we're looking like yesterday. This is insane. Thank you, folks. Jesus Tavia, Tender Warrior, um, obviously Hoove and Ruby Hoove, who are always so generous, and Liberty Hall's cat, who is as well. I can't say enough. You guys really help. For those of you over on the Green Machine, hello. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. And it wasn't your imagination. I was talking and nothing was coming out, I guess. I looked back at it a little bit. Yorick Graves says, I kind of liked Mulan, especially because the cast had Jason Scott Lee and Jet Li. I wasn't very appreciative of the movie. The box office reflected that in its total earnings, including the what did they call it? The premiere access over on Disney Minus. But it is what it is. Aladdin was intriguing. That's true. Um, Beauty and the Beast was not god awful. I don't know. It's just crazy. Once again, thank you to Tender Warrior. Olaf is correct. Disney can't create anything. True story. And Dice, this is the observation of the day because it's true. They didn't do anything new or something that would expand their audience. They really didn't. What they should have done, and this we said last night, uh, and I don't know if Magical Mousers agrees, but when we were talking on the pro show covering the event, um, they shouldn't have tied Skeleton Crew to Star Wars. They could have created a whole new IP there because it looks nothing like Star Wars. I mean, let's be if they hadn't used the little Jedi stuff, it would have they could have actually just done a space wizard concept with that, and they would have had a built-in new audience because that would give people something else to look at. What an incredible adventure based on Goonies, Adventures in Babysitting, and Captain EO, because there are at least two Captain EO characters in there. I need outright, but yeah, yeah, I have to add a cup of coffee. Dr. Megatron. It's not about remakes, people. It's about replacing the original movies and destroy, put away, never to be seen again. Of course. Look, part of our popular culture had been developing, ever since we had this ability with mass medium, going all the way back to cartoon strips and things like that. Political posters, even back in the early formative years of this country, right after the Constitution had been written, and even in presidential campaigns, were influential. um, the ability to move forward with mass media to put a message out there allowed for the expansion of bad ideas as well through the forms of propaganda. Here in the United States, a little bit of a history lesson, and probably the reason that YouTube doesn't like me is that the a particular administration not that long ago, one of very many questionable deeds, helped to substantially change, if not entirely eliminate, the effectiveness of Schmidt months. I can't say that. Anyway, which allowed for now the government and in turn the media to lie to you, to propagandize to the American public. Before, it was fine to propagandize to people outside of the American public, but doing so in the world. But in the United States, it was not allowed. I have to fix that. Hence why we are in a post truth world, which is another thing that the little red guys over at the tube are not going to like that I just said. Wow, I'm getting in trouble today. Go Jetta Star! What's up? Dragon Mix. Somebody should create a class about how much Disney has fallen in the past 7 years. I think you could do a series of videos about where they've fallen in each area. Yeah, there's so much less good, I think. Now Putin's cat. I think that's what everybody struggles so much with. Uh I mean, I see your point. I truly do. Oh, running out of time. Condor Man is one of my favorite films that never went any farther than the original. It was so very good. It was a great superhero. I do believe it deserves a remake, but I don't know if it deserves a remake by Disney. I like the concept, liked everything about it. A comic book creator that creates a character and then becomes the character. It's been done thousands of times. It's not like it hasn't been done in various ways, but that was genius. Hey, Rob Altus, good morning. Rocketeer is an incredible film. Angela Feliciano, or excuse me, Angel Feliciano. Sorry about that. Yeah, but no, I don't know. Liberty Halls, creativity and Disney are mutually exclusive now. Yeah. Joe Dog, what's up? Count a card. Wish Universe would bring back their monster universe. You are about to be overjoyed. I will stop there. Yeah, the Nixon thing 50 years ago yesterday. Yeah, I'm very old. Liberty Hall's cat says it again, only giving me $2 this time. Two, Culture Casino Cash says creativity and Disney are mutually exclusive. True story. Uh, Etrigan the Demon is correct. The new Superman is going to be DOA. Yes. Oh, yeah. No, Alan has definitely been helping uh, point out all of the areas in which Disney is failing with the Disney files. Indeed. Yeah. I need to get him on the interview show. Putin's cat. That's a good question. What did happen to Ronald McDonald? Um, Grimace and the Hamburglar. I don't know. Lucis Nature Triste says nothing. Not even losing money will stop these people. They have nothing else to do in their empty lives. It gives them purpose. Well, here's the problem when the only thing that you find value in is your identitarian thought processes, that your narcissism, which is what that is, by the way. Identitarianism is a method to get people sunk into, so that they think of is themselves. It's the purely most selfish form um, that's out there, and it's all over entertainment. So, Peplina, what's sizzling today with the great kitty face? We're just talking about the events of last night, but we do have something that I really do want to talk about, and it's this story that I think we should probably spend a couple minutes on. According to the Deadpool and Wolverine writers, they say that Robert Downey Jr. turned down an Iron Man cameo for this film, and the Avengers scene that didn't happen, which they wanted to do. They wanted to bring in the Avengers as well. Um, um, so RDJ was close to reprising his Iron Man role in Deadpool and Wolverine. However, Downey turned down the part as he was already in talks to return to the MCU as Doctor Doom. Well, boo. We wanted him to do a cameo. We had written that scene to start with Happy and Downey. Really? Downey was to reprise his role of Tony Stark in a scene at the beginning of the film where Reynolds' Deadpool uses a time machine to jump into the sacred timeline to pitch the idea of joining the Avengers. The scene also featured the Merc with a mouth. So that scene with Happy was supposed to include RDJ. Wow. Been interesting, right? I think so. Anyway, I'm not really sure I'm interested in the Doom thing. We'll find out. Keely Chow, roll tide, my friend. Ghostly Aspen, hello, hi, welcome over there on the green machine. Appreciate that. Hayashi Kato says, "Do you think they'll make a sequel to the Batman, or is that being phased out? It's already in process, so I'm imagining it's coming. But there won't be any other things that are tied to that, at least not at the moment. They're trying to shut down that Reeves verse idea. The only thing that you're going to see, which looks brilliant, by the way, is the Penguin show on Max, at least as far as I know. The Batman 2 is still supposedly coming. They have not Batgirled it yet. Hey, John. John always says you. You? El Santo says, Hola from Mexico, mi amigo. Well, hola to you, my friend. Buenos dias. Trump did ads with Mickey D's before the media started slandering him. Yeah, it's so weird, right? It's like 1 year, everybody loved him. They were his friends. Whoopi Goldberg has been on the record at saying effusively wonderful things about Trump. And then she goes daily on the most factless show on television, The View, and speaks ill of the man. With friends like that, who are all, well, friends with a certain jailed person um, named Harvey. Not great. Not great. Yeah, but I don't think the Iron Doom movies are going to do well. Downey wanted 10 million for the cameo. I think he probably just wanted to play a different character. I don't think that's ultimately what's going to happen. We'll have to see. With the lights out, this is dangerous. Jack Burton, who would know? It doesn't make sense that RDJ is playing Doctor Doom. You know what I need? I need a second Big Trouble in Little China movie. That's what I need. Bring back all the amazing people that were in that. Shrike, 1988 is correct. Nothing will make sense. It's true. Going forward in the MCU. Well, we're already there. Teaching is become dangerous? Yes, at times it's been a contact sport. Mark the Eagle says they should have just hired a new actor to play Doom. I'm with you. I like the idea of Vigo Mortensen as Doom Prime, but then again, there should only be one Doctor Doom. We have to get out of this multi-versus baloney sausage. Lucius Not Ture Triste for 5 Culture Casino Cash says, keep speaking truth despite YT at all. Yeah. Well, and thank you for the 5 Culture Casino Cash. Look at the chance Disney blows up with not replacing actors. They give actors more and more power, and all the actors get older 5 years at a time. It really does seem that way, doesn't it? Wait, you just watched the first one, Jesus? Really? Isn't it great? I love it. Pam Empson says, engaging with the chat like this culture is cool. It makes a change. Cool. Yeah, I love talking to the chat. The new Avengers films. Wait, new Avengers film sounds terrible. You think that's terrible? The book, the new Warriors, finally leaked out to the public. I guess Yellow Flash got his hands on it. I don't know. I can't wait to watch his show tonight, Flashcast. Why? Because it's going to have that book in it. Probably. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing it. It's just yikes sauce. It is more cringe than anybody is capable of. It's backbreaking cringe. Oh yeah, see, Tubi's great. I keep telling people you don't have to pay for stuff. You want to watch TV, watch Tubi. There's all these amazing fast channels, and yes, you'll have to watch commercials, but it's okay. We used to watch commercials with no problems before, and we didn't have to pay for it. And you're going to pay for it anyway. Now, even on the streaming services, they want you to pay. They want you to pay to watch commercials. So they're getting money twice. Why are you doing that? Especially when these entities are so garbage. I'm sorry, I'm not lecturing you. Do what you will with your money. It's just crazy to me. I would not have any streaming services whatsoever if I wasn't doing what I did. Nothing that I had to pay for anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'm insane. Probably. I did see that we got a super duper over on the Green Machine. And here it is. For $1, Culture Casino cash, $1, $1, make you holla. Skeleton Crew has a classic family feel to it. True. Goonies, Explorers, adventure in babysitting, but it puts me off with the Star Wars rub on it. All they had to do was not do that. They could have created an entirely other IP. They didn't slap Star Wars on it. And that's the other problem. They're so reliant on member berries and look and feel that they never get right. The only person that has gotten look and feel right when it comes to Star Wars has been Favreau. Filoni certainly hasn't. Ahsoka was quite garbage. It felt like the pastiche of Star Wars without actually being Star Wars. And it had some characterizations of the characters in there that made zero sense. The story doesn't follow anything. It doesn't that doesn't make sense beginning to end. And you went and you handpicked out little bits of lore from quote unquote legends. And what did you get? Garbage. Absolute, pure, unsaturated garbage. And thank you for the Grumble Grant over there on the Green Machine. I appreciate it. Speaking of appreciate it, there's my man, Mexican Culture, Iron Man. I like that, Mexican Culture, Iron Man. I combined us. We're a team now. Mexican Iron Man for 10. Culture Casino Cash's new show, Deadpool Wolverine Casino. Cool. Watch live as Culture gets his own Marvel movie, The Catch. Culture walks out of a pool, then what am I doing? Then runs from a pack of hungry wolverines. Fun. Watch the fun, dead or alive. Mike, this is an interesting concept. Thank you. I don't think it'll work because it might just be one episode, but thank you. Good to see you, Mikey. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully, you can make it to the next High Roller stream next weekend. You better. And I think I've found a way to fix the credits so that I can run them after each of their live shows. I'm gonna have to change up the music a little bit, but that'll be good. Yep, Disney minus, indeed. And thanks again, Mike. I appreciate it. Who drank my beer? Skeleton Crew is going to be uh, buttocks. Yeah, Boosh McFadden. I have Amazon. Use it for more than streaming. Yeah, because there's still stuff on there that comes with your whatever it is now, $129 a year free shipping thing. By the way, if you're paying $129, do you think that's free? No. And Vic is already there. Yeah, a lot of people are. A lot of people are. Emblazoned 64. Culture Man. Yeah, I would love to be a superhero. Wouldn't that be fun? Elizabeth Young wants me to say this word, I guess. Hot. This is where half the audience leaves. Moist garbage. I can't believe how many people hate that word. Little Mouse, why are you humming all the time? Davina, skeleton who? You know what? Let's just jump into that story. I was going to save it, but this is how dismal Disney is. And that kind of is my brand, at least on some of the videos that I do. So let's take a look at some dismal Disney. No creativity equals what? Incredibles 3. Incredibles 2 was kind of a miss for me, but Incredibles 3. Of course, we already talked about the Snow White thing. But wait, Avatar, Fire and Ash. If as if the creatures of Avatar didn't look like, kind of things to be worried about anyway. Now you have red ones that look even more devilish than before. Daredevil Born Again. They shot 3.5 episodes and scrapped this and started with a 0-page rewrite, starting at page 1. And then they announced they're going to make a season 2. So at least this is getting 2 seasons. But who will care if it's not good? And with the original premise, if Daredevil seeks, you know, to be removed from planet Earth by Echo, and Echo says no, that's where we were starting with the show, folks. He was born again because he got a new lease on life. Because both Foggy and oh my gosh, I want to say Karen, but that's not the right name. The redheaded secretary lady. Oh, come on, culture. You know this. Anyway, both of them were eliminated. 187. Lilo and Stitch live action, super garbage-tastic. Going to get a 2025 release. Frozen 74. Well, both 3 and 4, we know for sure. 3 is this thing. And so much more. I mean, there's more here. I mean, Tron Ares. There was more stuff. I mean, go through all of this if you want to, but it's nothing. Oh, here it is. Mufasa, which we talked about earlier. There is no. I can't look at any more of that. Let's bail on that. What do they have? Honestly, what do they have? Remakes, right? Reboot quels, sequels, threequels, fourth and fifth iterations of things. The Toy Story thing. Toys versus electronics. How intriguing is that premise? And how old is Andy at this point? Like 35? Was there something wrong with Andy we didn't know about? The image they show us is a bunch of toys at the end of the bed, watching, watching their kid Andy, or whoever it happens to be now. I don't know. Did they move on anyway? But you look at that, and he's got the blankets thrown over him, and he's obviously clearly on an electronic device, probably a tablet, because that's what we do with kids now. Is we throw a tablet at them so they stay out of our hair. We babysit them with electronic stuff that's secretly teaching them a bunch of garbage. And while the message there would be good, like, you should be interacting with physical things and learning, growing, and, exposing yourself to different concepts. You should be able to create your own world with imagination. That's not what happens. So while the message may be good in Toy Story 5, it's just we're at a certain point in time where what? Anyway, I don't feel a particular way about that at all. Can you tell? Anyway, what do you guys have to say? Cynthia, fire and trash. David Banner's here. Appeal of Avatar completely escapes me. Escapes me too. Truly, truly, truly. Wow, more sequel disaster. Multiple. Seriously, Disney thinks that that's where they live. Iger's been talking about sequels, and then he said, you know what, maybe not so much. And then he leaned back into it 1 quarter later. None of it works. They are throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. And then when it all falls off the wall, they do it again. Daredevil born indefinitely. Oh, I love it. You guys are on fire. Kara's like, and nothing new. Well, here's the weird thing. Okay, so an observation that I've made for probably 4 years now is this Elio thing. It must have been such a disaster that they completed the whole thing and then went, this is terrible. We have to remake it. And then they completed the whole thing and said, this is terrible. We have to remake it. We have been seeing trailers, teasers, and everything else for this Elio thing forever. I mean, not forever, but I mean, that's hyperbole, of course. But eh, what? What now? Kid gets sucked up to space. They think he's the leader of Earth. There's a lot of room with that premise. But they screwed it up at least once, if not twice, and now they're on, cycle number 3. Not to mention whatever this beaver character idea is that they came up with. And boy, did I have jokes I did not say last night. And every time they were bringing it up, I was like, can't say that joke. I can't even do that here because, try to keep it, safe for, driving around and listening to in the car with your kids. But I think it's insane. And while, in not only that, it's undercooked. The animation of this beaver thing was undercooked. I don't even remember what it was called, but it's based on this little girl who can transfer her mind into this beaver or whatnot. Is that because, whatever it was, seeing red or going red or some kind of red thing, um, was such a tremendous failure? It's like, oh, let's try again with this. Unlike Across the Street, right? If you want to do sequels right, you do them the way that Illumination does them, and Illumination continues to make new things, migration stuff like that. Sorry, you get me fired up like this. Just bananas. Boosh, I wish I could have highlighted your chat. Um, Pam Empson says a nice thing. Culture, you are a superhero. You just have not realized it yet. They did not announce it. They didn't announce anything. Most of this we saw, and it occurred to me that Incredibles 3 actually has been being talked about for 2 years. Last night I was like, okay, that's new. And then I thought back, no, it's not new. It's not new. In fact, they were talking about in an article, I don't know, last couple of months over on, I want to say it's either Screen Rant or Screen Crush, but they were talking about their concept for Incredibles 3 in an article ahead of this announcement, which is supposed to be, earth shattering. And I think a lot of that comes with the fact that we are so inundated with media and material now. And a lot of our minds have been poisoned by the short vehicles of like miniature clips of things that our attention is impaired. I don't know. Rogue thinker. I know. I didn't. I mentioned that a little bit last night, but no, I didn't. Yeah. Let's see what else happened. You guys are keeping up with me. Theliato. What now? Yeah. You know what I would like? You know what I think would be an original concept? Telling the life from the point of view of a snake in animation, like a family of snakes or something. You've done bugs, you know. I don't think I would want arachnids, but something new and give them a unique story. And if you want to subvert people's expectations, talk about the positive side of a predator like that, right? I don't know. That's a crazy idea, but maybe. Everybody did not like uh Avatar. Wait, I like this. Avatar dumpster fire and boring. There you go. Uh but it's okay to talk about furries? What do you mean? I don't think I did any of that. Well, I just think it's weird. Oh, thank you. Mark Nichols with a save on that weird thing. Hopper. Okay, so Hopper was a villain in an amazing animated film, right? In fact, you could still go see him, I think, wherever the Bugs Life attraction still exists. I think. I don't know if they completely eliminated that from the parks, but first of all, the animatronics incredible. And Hopper's a good villain. So I was thinking we were going to get, kind of a Maleficent kind of a thing with a name like that. No, you get a weird beaver thing, and apparently a person who can transfer her mind and be the best beaver ever without earning it. I don't know. Very weird. We're in such a weird place. And Gojira Star is correct. Disney no longer innovates. Yeah, they don't even renovate well. Look at look at Splash Mountain's massive decline. It's insanity. Our good friend Weatherman over on the Green Machine says Disney has no imagination anymore. They just take all their old scripts, run them through an AI, and then put them into one of their old IPs and just resell it, the garbage to us. Yeah, you're correct. So correct. Hey, Kaliki Okedi. The second one wasn't good at all. Yeah, I didn't like. I did. I didn't. I think it really missed the mark in the vibe of the first film. Made a lot of money though. Jacob Jones says, "Incredible series completely unnecessary." Yes, times 10. So it's like 30 times unnecessary. Thank you, Jacob Jones. Uh, this is a good question, Dark Wolf. Why did they kill off James Bond in the last movie and John Wick? Because you don't want principled people out there, despite the fact that John Wick is ultimately a bad guy, which I think we know. I mean, he was, an employed person for the sole purpose of eliminating others. Not the best profession as far as, um, you know, immoral lifestyle would be, but not that occupation that. But again, there are principles there, and a dedication to, uh, you know, ridding the world of things that maybe should be gotten rid of. James Bond, a successful, incredible spy that prevents the world from disaster. No, right now, the leaders around the globe are courting disaster on the daily. We've never been closer. We've never been closer to a final end, uh, with the exception of when I suffered through the 80s worrying about, the Cold War and that threat, which started back a long ways before that. You realize that there wouldn't be a three-letter agency that has been thwarting good things in this country because they're in league with people outside of this country? That three-letter would have been eliminated under Kennedy. Notice how I had to do a lot of sidestepping to even get that thought out. And we're just now learning, just how culpable. our own government was then. And then right in front of our very eyes, very recently, that was demonstrated again. What does that tell you? Nothing good. All right, back to it. Uh, Probably got in a lot of trouble for that one too. It's fine. Putin's cat, right now, I'm in extraordinary amount of pain. I wouldn't have said anything if you hadn't mentioned this, but I slept wrong. Um, and yeah, my neck will hurt if I do sit at a monitor way too much. It's true. But usually I can fix that in a few moments, then be right back at it. But yeah, I slept wrong last night. It's all right though. I'm having fun. Biggles Mets, what's up, buddy? Tina, hello, Tina Guzman. Hope you're doing well today. Release the McCracken. What's up, Robbie? JB's Spooky Roo. John Wick died. I don't really think so. I think they're going to need him to cameo in that TV show before they give us John Wick 5, which, yes, got a green light. Weatherman says Disney has no animation anymore. They just take all their old scripts. Oh, I said that already. I did it again. Uh, Thank you for that, though, Weatherman, and for the $2 in super duper chats that you took care of. Yeah, that's right, Dragonbricks. Not dead anyway. They just left you with the idea he was dead and put a tombstone up. Submariner. Rachel Zegler. What the heck is even that? That's right. Zori Bliss. Flopped. Well, they've had a lot of flops. Frozen Empire is the last Jedi of Ghostbusters. Wow. Big swing. I didn't mind it as much as some people did. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I think I had the wrong pillow for my neck. So, not great. Hey, Popeye. Yeah. Great Robin Williams film. Uh, and Shelley Duvall. And they're both not with us any longer. All right. Was it Duvall? Yeah, it was Duvall. Um, what's your opinion about spinach? Any brand of spinach? I like spinach. I like fresh spinach. I like big spinach leaves. I like baby spinach. I like spinach. Spinach is very good in a salad. It has it's a source of iron. Very, very good. Appreciate that. The lovely Tina Guzman sends a $1.49 box of popcorn. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Tina. I love it. Yeah, sorry I ranted a bit there. This is not usually a ranty show. Mark Fields for two. Culture Casino Cash says, keep it up, Crusader. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Who else is out there? I caught up with you guys. This is amazing. That never happens. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. And I need coffee. Hang on a minute. Mm. Maybe a little dehydrated too. Oh, yeah. I think you're right. Lucis Nature Triste. Frozen Empire suffered from bad casting. Can't argue with that. Although spinach contains moderate amounts of iron and calcium, it also contains oxalates, which may inhibit absorption. Oh wow, that's new thing that I in small intestine. Cooked spinach has lower levels of oxalates and nutrients may be absorbed more completely. I like, what do you call it? Not, well, it's not really blanched. It's I guess technically. I like spinach cooked in bacon grease. So there's that. Yeah, I don't think the writing was fantastic. Wow. Popeye, olive oil, Bluto, and man, they're all gone. Ugh. Watermelon contains more iron than spinach. Well, I mean, broccoli has a significant amount of iron as well. I was just noting what I knew about it. Jim Watari reacted to the only thing that matters in the world: bacon. Okay, I'm going to say it again. For those of you who've just joined me at any time in the last year, you may have not heard me say this. Meat candy, which is peppered bacon, which I love, which I get to have like every other week, is the bacon of choice for breakfast, sometimes more frequently, is even better if you dip it in melted chocolate and then let it cool. Chocolate covered peppered bacon. Ba bam. It's like it's like the inverse of salted caramel, like dipped stuff. So good. Yeah, I'm heading for Bacon Land right after I'm done today. And then I'm headed to record some videos for y'all. So there should be 2 or 3 videos available today. And I'm very, very happy to make those. I just hope you guys watch them. Because I'm now that I'm hearing that you guys are not getting notifications that I'm doing videos, I'm terrified. I'm like, they really hate me. Like I knew they hated me, but now they really, 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 they really, really hate me now. I don't like that. So do make sure you have the notification bell turned on wherever that is on whatever device you're watching on. Same thing for the green machine because I'm gonna start dropping videos over there. I was doing it for a little while, didn't do anything. I'll do it again because Jeremy the quartering, Jeremy Hambley tells me that that'll work. We'll see. Pam Epson says that sounds disgusting. Culture, not give it a try, or just at least try peppered bacon. It's amazing. But yeah, it was the weirdest thing. The first time I'd had chocolate covered peppered bacon, wildly insane. All right, we got another super chat coming in. I'm gonna grab that. Kaliki Okedi on the green machine for 2 Culture Casino Cash says, looks like Despicable Me 4 is not reaching a billion, but VR and you were so sure. Thoughts? Let me see if I can find that in the world of chat. Hang on. Da, 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 da. Weatherman's going back to sleep. I'm trying to find Kaliki Okedi's message. Hang on. This is the only problem sometimes is that it doesn't denote when I get a green machine. Super duper. I have to look for Kaliki Okedi's name, which is right there. There we go. This was it for 2 Grumbley Grants. Looks like Despicable Me 4 is not reaching a billion, but VR and you were so sure. Thoughts? I'm just surprised. Um, reflecting back, I would just say it might have been windowing because they did not window this before um, the girls movie um, with Riley. Brain just inside out too. Had they windowed it before that, I think they would have beat it out, and maybe IO2 wouldn't have been as successful. We'll see. But this does prove my argument as well when it comes to investment. Films do not excite stockholders, especially in a space where you're supposed to be dominating um, in a different area. For Disney, that's theme parks, whether or not they want to believe it or not, which is why Disney Plus doesn't even move the needle with investors anymore. I'm not giving you stock advice. I'm just analyzing and giving you observations. You need to consult a professional for stock advice. Yep, broccoli, bacon, avocado, cheese, and wonderfully delicious types cuts of meat. Very good for keto. Yep, my mom used to make that along with regular chocolate covered bacon. Yep, peppered bacon is just like perfect. Perfect. Lucius Nature Triste says to be hated by evil is good. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, believe me, it's one of the lightest burdens to carry. Logan5 says, what's the worst movie you've ever seen? Well, let me just give you this year because I would have to go through the catalog of films I've seen in my life and compare them because that would include things such as the uh, Harley Quinn and the Fantabulous Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn would be one amongst many. This year, though, Challengers perhaps was the worst film. Um, I mean, there were contenders this year, to be sure. Um, I kind of haven't wasted my time on things I know were going to be terrible, terrible. For example, Borderlands is terrible, terrible, which actually segues nicely into the last subject that we were going to talk about for the day, the Borderlands catastrophe. So thank you for that, Logan5. Wonderful segue. You didn't even know it. Total catastrophe. If this is coming from Vulture, folks, take it to the bank that this is bad. Not only is it a catastrophe, it is a film that was unnecessarily made and shelved twice. It was reshot between the two shelvings, bringing in Miller to do the second time around. It had people's names removed from credits, whether they chose that or not. This is a bad movie. They knew it was a bad movie, and yet they foisted it upon you all, unsuspecting people who went to see it. Outside of the one character that apparently they got right, everything else was in name only. This is going to be one of the strangest, strangest films ever made in that it never should have been made, or at least not made with who they cast, nor the story they wanted to tell. They also needed to target an audience that was beyond the gamer. Because guess what? Gamers aren't going to like this either. And the biggest problem is every single outlet that's just trying to hang on to the last shred of credibility that they have is wrecking this film. This had a perfect zero score until, and if you didn't know that, you probably didn't watch the 6 minute video that I did, 6 minute daily, which is actually probably, I think that day was like, 45 or 48 minutes. But this thing had a perfect zero until Grace Randolph screwed that up on Thursday, giving it a positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes, as Mr. H would say. And her defense of the film was it's great to see an old chick in this role. Okay, not exactly like that, but it was great to see Kate Blanchett play this character because there aren't enough roles for older actresses. It's a fallacy, of course, and incorrect at every aspect, but there's a reason that you cast people that are age appropriate. They're seemingly capable of doing the things the character is supposed to do. The casting across the board was wrong. That's neither here nor there, but that's what happened. It is what it is. And this is a really weird, inaccurate comment, Cynthia. Some parents skipped the Despicable Me 4 and took their kids to see Deadpool and Wolverine. That's so odd, but it happens. Oh, this is a good question. I think Borderlands will dethrone Plan 9. And Battlefield Earth was so terrible. Um, wow. Maybe, maybe I need to rewatch Plan Plan 9. Hmm. Conan, the barbarian. Crom laughs at Borderlands. Laugh from his high mountain. Yes. Stay safe, Picasso. Oh, I need to set up a thing. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to just yammer about. But, in response to Kalikio Ketty, um, like I said, I think windowing played the major factor there. And it's kind of sad because it actually deserved to make more than it did. But I promise you, it made quite the profit. Unlike Disney, they don't pay too much to make films. Um, Trying to figure out what YouTube is doing. Some very strange things indeed. Yeah. All right, we got a live stream redirect coming up here in just a few moments because my friends over at the Salty Nerd podcast, who I think very highly of, and had their studio robbed. You know what? If anything you're going to do today, please do me the favor of going over to Salty Nerd podcast and giving them some support. Their studio was once again robbed by two very silly criminals who have actually shown their face on camera, whether they know it or not, and their voices as well. But they got robbed again. Their studio was robbed again and vandalized more than robbed, I think, because some of the stuff they took was ridiculous, like headphones and monitors. But they could have gotten away with a lot more expensive stuff, to be sure. But just go over there and show them some love. I would truly appreciate that. They've had rotten luck when it comes to that, and really no support from the Las Vegas police at all. And as somebody who's been to that studio and appreciated the use of it so very much, um, you know, just go over there and show them my love because they're good people. Um, Matt, and Alex, and everybody over there, just great humans. Um, just 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 great humans. Good friends. So check that out, please. Please help. Do a little Leilou Dallas for you from Fifth Element. Please help. Uh, so yeah, but you will be automatically redirected over there after the stream ends. Um, let's see. Other people are saying things in the chat. I'm going to catch up with you. I just thought that was a good final story for the day because when Vulture's going at you, or even Rolling Stone, you've made something very, very bad. Very, very bad indeed. Mm. Yesterday, I told the story of the coffee tumbler. Linus says, "Culture, you going to cover Sonic 3?" Yes, yes, I am. Yeah, not only because I want to see the movie, but also because I am at that game place, which is the other channel that you know I'm putting all my effort into right now. So there's that. Yeah, and Despicable Me 4 is still making money. Not only that, they do. I think they are the pay one window. I think this is correct. I think VR probably could help me out on this if he was around. But I think I'm right when I say that their pay one window is Netflix. So it goes right over there. Simon Garth. I can't wait to see Borderlands on a future edition of Rift Tracks. Yeah. Yeah. Uh oh. My phone is blowing up. I must have said something crazy. I'm crazy. Gamer plush. Borderlands sucks. Okay. I don't know. Andrew Wordna. They always get robbed. It's suspicious. Well, they clearly didn't know what they were doing or what was inside there or where it was. If you watch the video that Matt Kadish put out yesterday, you should. It's just ridiculous. They are doing something amazing for podcasters and YouTubers alike with that studio being available. Yes, you have to pay. You should pay for any business or service you use, but it is what it is. What it is. Sonic 3 trailer is supposed to drop. I thought it was supposed to drop by the end of this month, but it could be September. I'll see if I can source that for you, but that's what I think. Dragon Bricks. Maybe the real story is who allowed the publications to criticize. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, digital media, digital publishing, they're having to reach back and start to actually align with the audience, especially critics that are like me, because what's happening is their credibility is falling by the wayside. You have this massive growth of this great review platform called Criticless, which I've done some reviews on before. I need to go back and do some more. But they are great. Blaine and the team over there are running that thing beautifully, and that should be where well, and even myself should go to like see what films are actually being rated in television programs. So it's just worth it. We got 4 minutes, folks. I'm going to answer this question for Gaber Plush 17. How long are we thinking until Elon buys Disney? I think he'll make a move soon. I think he just wants to get that giant payment from the Tesla stuff. He'll take a loan against his holdings there and against what that will be valued at. I mean, if somebody's going to hand you $50 billion plus, well, go use it for good. He can team up with so many different people like Peter Thiel, Nelson Peltz, uh, Perlmutter, Ike, I'm sure would be in, and many more to acquire Disney. There are a lot of people uh, on the more family friendly side of the fence that have giant chunks of money that could certainly put it where their mouths are. Not only that, it would give them an entirely whole new thing to distribute the material and tell the truth. And I have to tell you, X has been a place to tell the truth for a while, and I appreciate it. So there's that. I think Rob, I think it will still be a publicly held company. I think it will just be managed properly. Currently, Disney's not managed well at all, especially from the executive board. The board is corrupt. The board's been corrupt for a while. There is zero reason that anybody that's in the studio position or higher should still be there. They've made terrible decisions. They've been publicly exposed for why they're doing it. So I think that with proper guidance and selection of board members, um, it can be managed in a way that you will eliminate a lot of these problems. Top down is the only way to solve the problems at Disney because the only way to clear out the garbage is to basically fire all of the human resources folks and start again. And anybody with any political identitarianism that's tied to that, including the degrees that they actually have, should be scrutinized when you're in the hiring process. Anyway, those are some thoughts. You got rid of Bob and his boys. Yep, Deliato, you are correct. This is true. Elon could do a real life version of Rocket Man. How do we know he's not? I actually speculated the other day, and I think I'm right that he's already created repulsor technology. He is Tony Stark. When he comes out on stage in a metal suit one day and then just starts to fly around the room, do you believe he couldn't do it? I don't know. I think he can. Captain Sinbad says, always remember to tie up your camel, my friend. On that note, I'm sending you over to Salty Nerd Podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you. The day was extraordinary. The gifted subs were appreciated, and so were the super chats. Thank you for making it so I can eat and keep the lights on here. And yeah, on that note, check out the brand site, beachpunk.com. And beachpunk.us still works, but beachpunk.com. And if you are a gold member or higher, next Tuesday we'll be doing another film watch party with something fun, equally as fun as Demolition Man, which was last Tuesday. And we'll be moving forward from there. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya.
CultureCasino, 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 oh, CultureCasino, CultureCasino, CultureCasino.